Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I would sit down and play with 3 palettes that I received from BoxyCharm that have just kind of been sitting in my collection, but I've been dying to try. I've got the eyes, the cheeks, the cheekbones. Let's jump right in. So in the past, I have tried Ofra's blush and bronzer and highlights and shadows, but never have I tried this many shades from them. I think I've tried 1 blush shade and maybe 1 bronzer shade. So this is the Charm Your Cheeks blush palette. Looks like this. Obviously with this outfit, I'm drawn to this one right away. So we're gonna start off with some swatches, and they look like they are all matte blushes, which I'm totally fine with. Fine. So here are the shades. They're all very soft and subtle. I was expecting them to be a bit more intense for some reason. The corally one seems to be the strongest shade of all of them, but that's fine. That's the one I wanted to use anyway. Maybe I'll mix a little bit of the brownish tone one towards the backs of the cheekbones and then the coral on like the apples of the cheeks. I'm going to go into this one right here on the bottom corner first. Very subtle, but it's definitely there. And then I'm going to go into the corally peach one on the top right here. Like I said, that's the most intense one in the bunch. But I think I'm going to go back in with that brown one a little bit more underneath. Kind of almost as like a bronzer contour shade. So I like that. Now I really want to try some other shades, but I have to go out later, so I don't want to have like coral on this side and like pink on this side. But I will try to film a clip of me trying some of these other shades at a future date and insert it here for you guys. I do wish it had a mirror, but I mean, enough other palettes have mirrors. I can just grab a mirror from another palette, but I like that. I would probably do this and then use a finishing powder just to kind of tone it down to match the rest of the face. All right, I just went over it with my powder brush just to kind of like tone things down a bit. Next, let's go into these Ace Beauté or Ace Beaut Glow Essentials Highlighter Palette. I don't reach for highlight that much anymore, guys, and if I do, it's like my Catrice All Over Glow like finishing powder or the Essence highlighter that's pretty subtle, or I will reach for my Clinique like Flower Pop highlight, which is also pretty subtle, or I'll just use like a serum or my glowy foundation just tapped onto the cheekbones, or like a stick, like the Merit stick. That's really all I reach for. I rarely reach for like a powder highlight. Whoa, these look intense. You guys see them? We've got Icy, Glowing, Poppin', Radiant, Gleaming, and Beaming. Again, we'll start with swatches. Whoa. Okay, these are definitely not for the faint of heart. Wowza. Okay. Icy is definitely that. Glowing. Pretty. Poppin' is definitely like a pink flip. A little bit more subtle. Radiant. It's more of like a ballet icy pink shade. Wow. And then we have Gleaming, which looks like a rose gold shade, very pretty. And then Beaming, which is more of like a bronzy shade. I think my light is washing everything out today. I'm not sure what's going on, but here are the shades. Really intense. I feel like I will probably mix a combination of these two and possibly this one. So 1, 2, and 4. I feel like this type of highlight palette would have been really popular back in like 2016, 2017 when highlight was like the thing. Everyone wanted to come out with a highlight or a highlight palette. Nowadays, it's more natural, it's more skin-like, it's more glowy. So, who is that? You know that I originally planned to film this all in one sitting, but my husband came home early from work and surprised me. So the first half will be one day, the second half will be another day. So I just wanted to let you know that's why my makeup right now is like bright orange. This isn't the palette featured in this video. I just quickly did something else. So you will see this video done 2 different days. I just wanted to tell you why, but I still hope you enjoy. Okay guys, so my video got interrupted yesterday. My husband came home early and surprised me. So now let's get down to trying this highlight palette. I mean, it's not as intense as I was expecting it to be. It's actually pretty subtle. I mean, I'm sure these can definitely be built up or like applied wet for like a really bam look. That's quite pretty. Let's try the pink one on the other side. Okay. I don't know what's going on with my lights today, guys, but they are like washing me out like crazy and I haven't changed a thing. So I don't know if my ring light is dying and it's like not giving me all the settings it normally does or what, but I apologize if this is all overexposed. I am doing my best to back up as far as I can from the light, but I think this is really pretty. So I think I fixed the lighting. I think it was just an issue of my camera, I don't know, being stuck on some setting, but this is the way the highlight looks on my face. I mixed the gold one and the pink. I think it's really pretty and actually surprisingly subtle and not crazy. So I'm just going to spray my face a little bit with a setting spray just to kind of melt everything together. Setting sprays usually help to kind of melt the highlight into the rest of the makeup so it's not just like a stripe of shimmer on the cheekbones. Okay, all that is left is to try this eyeshadow palette from Wander Beauty. I have not tried much from Wander. I might have tried maybe one mascara over the years. It's not a brand I'm that familiar with, but it looks like you get some really beautiful shades back here. So let's try it out. Ooh, these are pretty. And inside, this is what the shades look like. We've got some blues, some mauves, some browns, a gold, and a really pretty champagne. So why don't we start off with swatches? Wow. Okay, this metallic looks intense. Okay, we ready? These are the first 4 shades. We have Moonlit, which looks very pretty. We have Enchanted. We have Flourish, which looks really intense. Wow. And we have Sun-Kissed. We have Santorini. Nude Beach, haha. Daydream. And Stargaze, which is like a vintage gold kind of shade. Sea Glass, ooh. We have Sea Glass, and we have Overnight. So I'll probably start off with the like light brown tan shade, and then I'll probably work in Sea Glass somewhere just because it kind of matches my shirt. So let's see what we come up with. Okay, so let's zoom in and start this eye look. I'm gonna start off with Nude Beach down here in the crease. Then I'm gonna go into Sun-Kissed, and then I'll go into this deepest one on the outer corner. Okay, so I've got like that subtle gradient. So now let's try some of these metallics. I think I want to try Daydream and Sea Glass. Let's see what Daydream looks like first. Ooh. Guys, this is dry. This is the level of metallic foiledness you're getting dry. I mean, these could be highlights. That's how intense they are. All right, then just a little bit of Sea Glass, just on the center here. And then I'll go back in with that dark brown on the outer corner here. That's really pretty. And then I feel like I need to use Moonlit in the inner corner. Ooh, I like that. Okay, this is the way the eye makeup turned out. I think it is so pretty. So I have to say I am a fan of this palette from Wander Beauty. The mattes are really smooth, really easy to blend. The metallics are insanely pigmented. Dry, wet, they are just amazing. You can see I did like the bronze to blue to brown gradient. It's really pretty. You don't need to wet these metallics. They're just really intense on their own. I am a big fan of this. I only wish that it had like a cream matte shade to kind of like start out the look, but you get 4 mattes and the rest are shimmer or like intense metallics. They're really, really pretty. So I'm going to have fun playing with this palette more in the future. Big fan. The highlight palette I like, but I just don't reach for highlights that much anymore. So it's probably not something I will reach for often. And the Ofra blush palette, which I used today. I used these two, really, really pretty. Like I mentioned before, I will try these rosy tones in a future clip to insert into this video so you guys can see a little bit more variety of this palette being used. But really nice formula, nice shade selection. I think people will probably say they wish they had more of like a berry tone blush in here. So you have your nudes, your pinks, your peaches, your roses, your reds, but where's the berry? So that's probably my one complaint, is that it isn't going to be for everyone's preference because it's missing that one color, like tone. Otherwise, great palette. Wish it had a mirror, but I have enough other palettes with mirrors in them. So all in all, I would say we found 2 new favorites and one that's nice, but I don't think I'll be reaching for it a ton. So hope you guys enjoyed seeing swatches and a try on of these palettes that came from BoxyCharm. I do pay for my BoxyCharm membership. I think it is definitely worth the money most of the time. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys. So the highlights were pretty inside, but in the sun, they're very glittery. I'm not sure if you can see, but there's a lot of glitter reflecting on my cheeks in the sunlight. So not the most natural looking outside in the sun.